In this video, I am going to be showing you an FTP FileZilla full tutorial. I'm going to be walking you through every single step that you need to do to collect your FTP details from your hosting account, how to get those connected to your FileZilla software, and so you can start transferring files between your server and your local computer. So this is a complete FileZilla tutorial. I'll be showing you everything that you need to know. So let's get to it. So to get things started, we need two things to be able to do this whole process of transferring files between our local computer and our server. And that is one, an FTP user account. So that's going to be the user for the website that we want to transfer files between. And the second thing is going to be FileZilla. Now, of course, FileZilla is the FTP software, the client that we're going to use to initiate all of those file transfers. So let's get into the first one, which is our hosting. Now, again, it doesn't matter what hosting you have. This is not unique or specific for any particular host. What I will be showing you in this video is how to do this with Hostinger. If you're with somebody else, maybe you're with SiteGround or hopefully not HostGator or one of those rubbish ones, I'm going to be showing you how to do this with Hostinger. So what we're going to be doing is coming along to our websites and websites list. And just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be doing this with my rwonline.co.uk website. Now, it's just a dummy website. I've used it for a number of different things in training and coaching in the past. It's not got anything of interest on it, but I can at least show you how this process works, how to follow along, how you can follow along with me so that you can achieve the same things only with your website and not with my website. That would be strange. So first thing that we need to do is come along to the website in question that we want to start accessing files between, and we are looking for something like files. So FTP obviously stands for File Transfer Protocol, so it makes sense that it is to do with files. So in the with Hostinger, this is hidden under our Files tab just here. We can see that we've got FTP accounts. So whether your cPanel, whether your hosting company has their own dashboard, find where FTP accounts are, because that is what we need, because we're going to need this host name and we are going to need this port number and we are going to need to create a new user. So once you have found that for your hosting company, we can start creating a new FTP user. So we can see, because this is under the RW Online website, the directory for this is going to be my RW Online. This will not give this user access to any of the other websites. It is specifically for this website that we grant them access to. So whether this is for you to transfer files between, whether this is for maybe you have some support or someone, so maybe you have somebody that's assisting you with some things, you can give them access by website, and so that they can access the files and transfer what they need to between them. So what we are going to do now is just add in a new user. So let's just add Rick Wall as a new user here. Let's go ahead and give that a password like so, and then select create. So now we can see that we have an active user here for the directory RW Online. This is the username and of course the password that we just used. So next thing that we need to do is to go away and download FileZilla. So FileZilla, just jump on Google, search for download FileZilla, something like that, but it is on the website filezilla-project.org. Now you'll come to a page like this. You want to download the client. Do not download the server. That is not what we're doing here. Go ahead, select on client and download the relevant one for your operating system. So in my instance, this is for a Mac. You might have an Intel Windows, which is absolutely fine. It's going to be slightly different, but again, very, very easy to follow along with. So once that is downloaded, all we need to do is go ahead and get that installed. Now, I'm not here to show you how to install a piece of software. Fingers crossed, if you're playing around with FTP servers, how to transfer files, then you know how to install a piece of software on your own computer. So go away, get that installed right now. And once that is installed, it's going to obviously open up into something that looks or resembles this. So basically, this could be a little bit daunting or overwhelming at this stage because, of course, you don't know what any of it does. But that isn't a problem because I'm here to show you. So what we need to do, and this is coming from somebody that has been building websites for myself and for clients now for over 12 years. And the way that I manage this whole process is to use a site manager. Now, if you come up to File for a Mac, you will see Site Manager is the first thing here. Now, this might be in a different location if you're using a Windows computer operating system, which is absolutely fine. Just figure out where that Site Manager is, and that is going to open up on my other screen. It's going to open up this little tab just here. Now, we can see here that we have got all of the different websites that you might have added. Now, I delete these and create new ones for each new website that I'm working with if I need to transfer files using FTP. I can see I've got an RW1 here, which I'll just delete now, just so that we can start that one again. And basically what we want to do at this point is to just add in that new site that we've just created the user for. So all we have to do is select new site. Now, bearing in mind, yours is going to be empty here. If this is a fresh install of FileZilla for you, I'm going to just call this rwonline.co.uk, like so. And then what we can see is over on this right-hand window, we've got a few things that we can type in. So we've got the protocol here, which is FTP. Now, if your server allows you, you want to be using secure FTP, which is the SFTP. So I'm going to use that. If this doesn't work for you, then fall back to the FTP, no problem at all. But what you want to do now is add in that host name and the port number from your host. So if we come back to this host here, we can see the host name here is this one, which I'll just copy, paste this one in like so. And then we need to copy in the port number, which in this instance is 21. So let's type in 21. Now, again, yours might be different. And again, I can show you my details to log in here because you don't have my password. And you're never going to crack my password. So there's no point even trying because it's an impossible one to figure out. Anyway, so now what we need to do now is to add in the user that we've just created now. So all it needs is the user and the password. So I'm going to copy this. Like so, Command and C. Let's paste that in. And then the password is going to be the password which you used earlier. And in my instance, the one that you're never going to figure out. With that done, we're going to select connect. Going to go through some initializing, logged in, retrieving listing, directory listing, success. Thumbs up. If you have followed along so far and you've connected to your server, then congratulations, you have your first FTP connection. So what we are seeing on these windows in front of us here is everything on the left-hand side is our local computer. So this is the file structure on our local computer. Depending on how your file structure is, you need to figure out where you have or where the files that you want to transfer between are located. So in my instance, it might be under my Ricky Wallace, it might be under documents, let's see, documents there, or downloads maybe. And we can then start accessing all of the files on our local computer. Everything on the right hand side then would make sense that this is on our server. So we can see these are our WordPress files. It's got all of the folders that every WordPress website has. So your WP admin content and includes, plus all of the other files that are inside of that. So if you are just trying to transfer one file to somewhere else, let's say that you wanted to add some images, and all we'd have to do is just come along to where those images are stored. So in the case of WordPress, we know that this is going to be under WP content, and then we have our uploads folder. So uploads is basically where all of the images and stuff that you add are added to. So if you wanted to create a separate folder for this, or if you just wanted to go ahead and drag it into your 2025, which is where in this instance, because it is 2025, depending on the month, if you are now sitting in March, which I now am, I could just drag an image from here into there. And basically all that is going to do is then create that file, transfer that file from my local to my server. And so when I log in to my WordPress website and I go to my uploads folder to look at the images, I will find that image there that I have just uploaded. And that is the beauty of FTP, because it's a lot faster than trying to do everything from the back end. So if you've got a load of stuff that you want to get uploaded, then you can simply do it this way. Images is a very good use case of when you might use FTP. because it's easy to just drag and drop large amount of files into your uploads folder, and they are then all there for you to start using within WordPress. And of course, sometimes people have difficulties uploading it through WordPress. Sometimes there's errors and stuff like that. So again, this is another great way to do just that. So that is how I do things with all of my websites. So if you have a second website, just go into Site Manager. It's opened up on the other screen again. Go into Site Manager, add a new website, type it, create a new FTP user, and then you can connect to that server using that new user and that new password. And then if you're managing lots of different websites, you can quickly see how this Site Manager is going to make that whole process a lot more streamlined and a lot more easier, because you don't have to keep remembering all of the different usernames, all of the stuff. I've seen people literally copy paste host username password and port up here and quick connect for every time they want to connect, and they need to keep doing that again and again. You don't have to do that. Just create a new site under Site Manager and you are good to go. If you enjoyed watching this video, please remember to hit that thumbs up and give me a like. And if you would like to see more content just like what you saw in this video, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, and you will always be the first person to hear when my newest content is published. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.